All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here with our Virtues picked for today. I'm so excited about this word because it's a place that I started many years ago. So I just want to share it with you today. And hopefully, this is something that we can all practice, and that is peacefulness. There isn't anything I don't think that anyone wants more than just some peace in their life, right? And it was back in 2004 that after having studied this idea of peace for quite some time and wanting it for myself, that I had an instructor that said to me, Joe, I want you to learn how to teach peace. And I want you to teach peace. Well, that was quite eye opener. So let's read the description and then let's talk about it a little bit. So, peacefulness is inner calm and tranquility. It is a sense of harmony with all creation. Inner peace comes from quiet reflection and prayer. We release the past and let anxiety go. We keep a graceful pace, not allowing ourselves to be rushed or overwhelmed. We do not give in to anger. We resolve conflict in a just and gentle way. Peace is giving up the love of power for the power of love. We choose the unity of peace over the fragmentation of fear. Peace in the world begins with peace in our lives. So, wow, what a special word, what a special virtue that all of us, hope to have. And I just want to say, I want to start with, when I was given those instructions by my instructor to teach peace, to learn to teach peace, I said, I don't even know what peace is. Because at that point, I was still learning a lot. And even though I had come a long way and I had given up a lot of the whole anger thing that I dealt with for so many years, I wouldn't say that I was peaceful. And honestly, it's something that you work on each and every day, at least I do. And so as I work on it, it's about looking at myself and saying, who do I want to be and how do I want to be? And understanding that I control absolutely nothing but my own feelings and my own emotions. That's the only thing I have control over. And what other people do, when you allow other people to to take away that peaceful feeling that you want, it's what you're doing is you're giving your power over to them, because you have the power. I have the power. Everyone, children, adults, everybody has the power to choose their emotions. And so we choose them based on a lot of different things, and that takes some work to work on, right? But peace, the feeling of peace, is what we all desire. I think every human in the world desires that feeling. And so it comes from understanding that we create our own world, we create our own reality, we create all the things and attract to us a lot of different things that that we would like to blame on other people. So I'm just saying that a lot of times we blame people for making us feel a certain way or do a certain thing, but it doesn't have anything to do with them. It's all about us, and it's about finding that inner self, understanding that we have the power to choose. So, how do we do that? Well, the description points it out very well. We release the past, we let anxiety go, we have a pace that is graceful, that's not overwhelmed, we don't give in to anger. But really, what we're saying is that peace is about love. It's about having a love for ourselves. It's about seeing other people as the source of all life sees them in a loving way, even when they make mistakes. And that takes time and it takes practice. And it's not something that we can just, say, well, this is what we're going to do and then do it. Because, we have a lot of beliefs and we have a lot of stuff that comes up for us. And so it takes a great deal of practice. And I don't know, at least I'm not there where it's that way every day, but I keep working on it. And I think as long as we're practicing it and we become more aware of what is happening, it helps us to stay in that peaceful place, to find that serenity that we're looking for. I especially agree with this thought that peace begins in our lives, because we cannot have worldwide peace, community peace, peace in school, peace in anything greater than in our family, unless we are able to begin developing peace in ourselves. This is a very interesting time for me, because I'm really looking at the ideas of what is about teaching our children about peace, and teaching them about themselves, and developing them into being the humans that they're going to, unique individuals that they're going to grow up to be. In recent years, there's been a lot of talk and a lot of things done on the idea of personal development. And there's a huge number of people that are quote unquote teaching personal development. They're giving out all these ideas about it. And I was thinking the other day, and I'm going to pursue this just a little bit more, but personal development is really what parenting is all about. Because if we're going to give our best to our children, we must continue to develop ourselves as parents. If we are going to help our children develop into the individuals that we hope them to be and that they hope to be, they need that personal development too. And so, you can't teach something that you're not trying to practice yourself. So I've been looking at this whole field of personal development and parenting, and how do these two things fit together? And I'm still working on this, because I believe that there's a great deal of synchronicity there, where our personal development has an impact on our children, it has an impact on us, it has an impact on our community. And I just want to explore that a little bit more, because I truly believe that unless we have peace with ourselves, it's impossible to have peace within our family. It's impossible to have peace outside of our family, in the community, and into the cities and into the world, right? Or in the country or in the world. We must develop that peace with ourselves. If we're constantly angry and we're blaming everybody else for the things that are going on in our lives or the way that we feel, then all we're doing is attracting more of that kind of stuff to us. And so when I think about teaching peace, or teaching or developing, I should say, developing the virtues in our children, I always think about, what do I need to do to develop these virtues in myself first? Because it's impossible to help somebody else to develop a virtue that we're still choosing not to show, even though we have it inside of ourselves. Those are my thoughts today about peacefulness, and I would just suggest that the ways that we get peace in the family is probably, I believe, using the 4 C's of successful families, and that's clarity, communication, consistency, and community. And it begins with being very clear about what peace means to us. It begins with being very clear about how we want to feel, and then choosing to do so, clarifying exactly what peace looks like. What do all the virtues look like in our life? And then communicating in a way that builds other people up, that builds ourselves up, that helps all of us to grow, versus putting each other down, putting ourselves down, guilting ourselves, shaming ourselves, all the things that we do when those things come into our head, those thoughts that come into our head that just are not very functional for developing more peace in our life. And then, of course, it's being consistent at it. It is that practice, because it's very, I don't know that there's anybody in the world that's 100% there. Right? And so we're all practicing, and the more we practice, the better we get at it. And as we practice, then our community will begin to see the changes in us as individuals, and they too will join forces with us because that's what everybody wants. I guess that's what I believe about this. And I'd love to hear what you think about personal development and parenting. How do the two things fit together? And so, as I think about these things, and as you maybe help me develop those thoughts, I would just say until we meet next time, keep practicing the virtues, especially peacefulness, right? And the 4 C's of successful families of clarity, communication, consistency, and community. All right, everybody, until next time, which will be tomorrow morning, see you. Bye.